I feel like a lot of times we say we miss people, and we kind of say this very loosely. We don't understand that a lot of times we're missing the memory rather than the actual person. You know, it's very easy to intertwine the two and get confused on how to feel. And a lot of the times we subject that to one person. You hold on to that memory, that good feeling of that experience rather than what they've actually done to you, rather than what they've actually put you through. It's very easy to say that you miss that person rather than specifying that you miss that feeling. You miss that moment. You miss that experience where someone may have held you higher in your mind. You know, a lot of times when we're getting this love and we're getting these chances with these people, it's hard to separate the two. It's something that we coexist a lot when we speak about people from our past and people that we kind of miss overall from that experience. A lot of people have this habit of going back to people from their past because they feel like they can't get that feeling anywhere else. They feel like no one else can give them that feeling. I feel like it can be really troubling, and I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like things end for a reason. If something didn't work out for you in the past, why would you look for that in the future? I feel like if we really want to experience life and experience new connections and new experiences, we have to be able to separate people from these ideas. You have to find yourself now. You have to find out who you are, separate from that person. I think it's especially hard when you've created a soul tie with that person, knowing that that person has a piece of you and you can't get that back. I know it's especially hard, and to be able to get over that and to be able to move on and separate yourself from that person, even though you may miss them at times, it's a beautiful thing that you have found yourself now. Away from that, you have found independence, you've found strength and peace over that situation. In reality, we must realize that that person was only meant to be in our life for a certain time, and not that that person was holding us back, but maybe we were holding ourselves back. And I think the hardest part of that is acceptance. You have to accept that that person isn't meant to be in your life anymore. You have to accept that that chapter of the book is meant to be closed. The same things that are tempting us are the same things that are hurting us, and I think we have to realize that growth requires discomfort. Being in a situation that is not right for you and be able to leave that, it requires discomfort. You're not in that same element, you're not comfortable anymore. You have to grow apart from that and learn to grow on your own. And I think we shouldn't ask the question of how do I get that feeling back. We should ask the question of how do I create something better for my mental health, something better for my peace, something better for my joy in life, something that God is the foundation of. And I think the reality of it is that closure doesn't always come from receiving answers or receiving apologies. It comes from not choosing to go backwards. And once you step into that, you'll finally find that peace that you were trying to find in that previous person, maybe in someone new, maybe in just the loneliness aspect of it.